Hello friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So have you ever wondered how computers make decisions? Whether it's checking if you are logged in, validating a password or deciding what to show on your screen. It all comes to Booleans. In Java Booleans, there are true or false building blocks of logic, just two values, but they control the flow of entire applications. Think of it like this: Booleans are green and red lights of your code. Green means go true, red means to stop, false. And with a simple boolean, you can write conditions, control loops, and make your programs smarter and more dynamic. So in this lesson, we are going to dive into Java booleans, learn how they work, how to use them in real world scenarios, and why they are one of the most powerful tools in your programming toolkit. So let's unlock the logic behind the code with Java Booleans. So before diving in this amazing tutorial, remember to hit a like to this video, and if you are new on this channel, want to see more videos like this, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading in future. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's dive into Java Booleans. Alright, so we are on the computer screen, and like I've told you in start that in this video I will be telling you that what are Booleans in Java, and we will be seeing that if we are starting with Booleans, so how we can start with it and basically how we can use it and what's the purpose to use these Booleans in Java. So if we first of all understand that what are Booleans in Java, so very often in programming you will need a data type that can only have one of two values like yes, no, on, off, and true, false. For this, Java has a Boolean data type which can store true or false values. So before starting with Java Booleans, you need to understand that the Boolean values like yes, no, on, off, and true, false, these are some Boolean values, or you can say we use these Boolean values in Booleans data type here, and Java has a Boolean data type in which you can store these true or false value, yes or no, or on or off values. And normally in Python and JavaScript as well, we use this Boolean data type to store these values, and in Java also when we are starting with this Boolean, so we need to store these values in a Boolean data type. So that's why Java has a Boolean data type in which we store these true or false values. If we understand that what are Boolean values and how we store it in a data type, so a Boolean type is declared with the Boolean keyword and can only take the values true or false. So you can just see it is saying me that you can normally create a Boolean type and you can declare the Boolean keyword, but remember the Boolean type is declared with the Boolean keyword and it can only contain true or false values. It means it can only take your true or false values like yes, no, on, off, and true or false. It cannot contain any different value like a string or any array. So you just need to use your Boolean data type as Boolean keyword to store values like true or false. Here I have created one Boolean data type in which I have written my data type name as is Java fun. You can say we have just written this data type variable name which is Java fun, and in this Boolean data type I have written the value as true, because as I told you, you can only store true or false value in these Boolean data types. Then again I have created a second Boolean data type in which I have written my variable name as is fish tasty, and in this variable name I have stored other value which is false. So I have created two Boolean data type in which I have stored two different values so that I can get the output here. So normally when you will be printing both things, you will be getting true at the first, and second you will be getting this false printed, means normally you will be getting your Boolean values printed, and that's the way how you use these all Boolean values or this Boolean data type. Then if we understand how we can add more things in that, so however it is more common to return Boolean values from Boolean expressions, and you can also use conditional testing for that. And if you don't know how we can use conditional testing, so I will be moving forward and telling you that how you can use conditional testing in Boolean data type. So what I'm going to do is first I will be opening my NetBeans IDE so that we can use these all things practically as well, like if we are working on Boolean data type practically in Java file, so how we are getting the output and how we are getting all the things running. So I have already opened my NetBeans IDE, so it will just take some time to open, and you need to use 8.0.2 version because this is the latest version which you can use here, and it contains all the things which a beginner should be needed in a Java text editor. So you can just see my main.java file has been opened, which I have already created here. I will be removing all the things from this file, and then simply I will be moving on to my Word document, and I will be copying this example in which I have just written all these things like Boolean data type and other boolean data type, and then we have printed all these things using this println function, which we normally use in Java to print all the output or print all the tags here. So I will be pasting these all things, and to make all these things in one line, I'll be pressing tab here, and same as here as well, and here as well. So you can just see we have done all the things like this, and first we have printed this true value, second we have printed this false value with in a boolean data type, in which we have considered a boolean keyword as well. You can just say it as a variable, but in boolean data type we say it as a boolean keyword. So now I will be running it, and for running I will be just pressing right click on my main.java file, and I will be just simply pressing run file here. After pressing run file, now it will be taking some time, and you can just see we are getting true and false, both boolean values printed in our output, means our boolean data type is working. If it is not working, like if it is having any error or anything like that, so you need to check the spelling mistakes, and you need to also check that you are writing it with the variable name which is in same as the second. So if it is, so you will be getting an error here, like if I'm using this is Java fun, which is a variable name of my boolean data type, and same variable name if I'm using in another boolean data type as well, so obviously it will be giving me an error. So remember one thing, if you're using a different variable name first, so you need to use a different variable name in the second boolean keyword as well, so that you can get all the things printed easily and you should not get any error. So I will be just moving on to my Word document again, and now we need to understand if we are using a boolean expression to return a boolean value, so how we can use it. A boolean expression returns a boolean value true or false, and this is useful to build logic and find answers. For example, you can use a comparison operator such as the greater than operator to find out if an expression or a variable is true or false. So it is saying me that to find out that the greater than operator you can use to find out the expression or a variable is true or false. So you can use a comparison operator such as greater than or less than. So these are some comparison operator which you can use to find out an expression or a variable which is true or false. So in example here we have used one variable name which is x, and in this variable I have stored a value of 10, or you can say an integer value of 10, and in y variable as well we have stored one integer value of 9. And now we have printed both these variables, and then you will be getting the value true because 10 is higher than 9. You can just see we have written this, you can say greater than sign, and using this greater than sign you can just see x. In x value we have written the 10 number, and in y value we have written 9. So obviously if I'm using this greater sign with 10, so 10 is greater than 9, that's why you will be getting the boolean value printed as true in your output. Then same as if we just move on to another example in which we are just again printing same thing, so again you will be getting true because 10 is higher than 9. You can use equal to operator as well to evaluate an expression, like if I want to evaluate an expression, so I can just use 10 in the value, or you can use any other value as well. But for example, if I'm using x variable, and in this x variable I am storing a value of integer 10, so I can just use equal to sign to return a true value because the value of x is equal to 10. That's the reason, because we have written 10 here and we are writing 10 here as well. So this equal to means that the value which you are writing is same as the value which you have written in your variable. So both values are same, that's why you will be getting answer as true. But if you write here 11 and if you write here 10, so these two values are different from each other, that's why the output you will be getting will be false if you write 11 here or any other number, not 10. So if we move on to another example, here again we have written the value as 10 and then equal to 15. So this equal to means like the value which you are writing should be same as that other value. So it is not same because 10 is a different number, 15 is a different number. That's why here you will be getting false because 10 is not equal to 15, 15 is greater than 10. And you can just use these all things in real life example as well, where you need to find out if a person is old enough to vote. In this example, we use the comparison operator to find out if the age 25 is greater than or equal to the voting age limit, which is set to 18. So here we have created one simple program. You can also say it as a real life example program to see that if we are using these you can say boolean values here in our program with boolean keyword and boolean data type, so how we are getting all these things running. So first of all, I will be just moving here and then I will be just using this example to check if I'm just getting all these things printed or not. I will be just commenting out these things here and I will be just moving down and I will be pasting these things here like this. I will be pressing tab here. Now I will be making all these things in one line so that I can get my code cleaner. then I will be pressing right click on my main.java file and I'll be pressing run file to run this, and you can just see now the value which we are getting here is true. Our boolean value is coming true because 10 is greater than 9. That's the reason. So you can just see we have written here 10 and here 9. So obviously if I'm using greater than sign and if we are writing 9 in y value, so 10 is greater than 9, that's why you will be getting true. But if I write here less than sign here and then if I just print this thing, so now you will be getting the answer as false because 10 is not less than 9, and that's obviously, so I will be running it. You can just see now we are getting the answer false because 9 is not greater than 10, 10 is greater than 9, but if we are using less than sign here, that's why it is giving me a false value printed. If I just move here and if I write 10 and then if I write equal to sign and here if I write 15, if I write 10 here again to check if I am writing this thing equal to here and what output I'm getting here. If I run it, you can just see now we are getting is true. Why we are getting true? Because this equal to means the value which you are writing first should be true as the second value which you are writing, and that's why both things are true and you will be getting the output as true as well. If I just change this 10 to 15 and if I run it again, so you can just see now the output which we are getting is false because 15 is greater than 10 and these two values are not same as we want here by using this equal to. That's why the output we are getting is false here, and we are getting all the outputs in boolean type here because we are using boolean data type to print all these things. So I hope you understand how we are just using these boolean data types or these boolean keywords to print the values like true and false, on, off and yes, no. So I hope you understand this video in which we have covered up all the things about booleans in Java. So if you have understand this video and if you enjoyed this video in which we have covered up all the things about booleans, so remember to hit a like to this video. And if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like this, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading in future. So I will be meeting you in next tutorial or in next project using different things in Java. So for today, good.